I'm a grateful alcoholic. What? Grateful? First time I heard that, I was like, are you crazy? But yes, I'm a grateful alcoholic, and let me tell you why. Hey folks, if you're new here, my name is Cams. I'm an alcoholic. Welcome to the channel. I've been sober for 15 years, and I get to keep my sobriety by giving it to you. I was lost. I didn't know why I couldn't just have a few. Every time I intended to have just a few, I ended up in blackout, and it was frustrating. The only time I would ever feel comfortable sharing my thoughts and feelings with loved ones is when I was drunk, and I've no idea to this day why that is, but I've heard it from a lot of other recovering alcoholics in the rooms of AA. I crawled into the rooms of AA for the second time in 2005. I was beat. My attempts at controlling it had failed, and I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, as the saying goes. I knew that I needed help, and I was willing to go to any lengths to get it. At this point in time, my wife and I had been together for 7 years, so she had endured 7 years of alcoholism, getting progressively worse. We had an 18-month-old daughter, and my wife was pregnant. Now, on my last drink in September 2005, I knew that I had used up my final last chance. I had had countless last chances, but I just knew this was the last one. And my wife had actually left when I picked up the phone to call AA for the first time. I got scared. I didn't want to lose my wife. I didn't want to lose my daughter. And we had a new child on the way. I had a lot to lose. Once I got into the rooms of AA for the first time, I knew that I had found my place. This was the first time in my life that I had found a safe place where people were sharing openly and honestly without alcohol and without fear. It was incredible. I had never experienced anything like that in my life. The safe place comes from the fact that the second A in AA stands for anonymous, and we have a mantra which goes that whom you see here and what you hear here, when you leave here, let it stay here. So you know that anything that you say within those four walls is going to be treated with the utmost of privacy and respect. And you just don't get places like that out in the wide world. At least I had never come across anything like that. So the idea of having a safe space to explore your emotions and thoughts and feelings and share them with other people, but not only that, being able to listen to other people doing the same, it is incredibly powerful. There's no compulsion to share. You can just listen, and that's what I did to begin with. I just listened to other people's stories and was surprised to hear how much I could relate to some of what these other people were saying. And once I started to talk, I started to unpack my thoughts and feelings going way back, and I soon came to understand that there was a lot of stuff I was going to have to look at, because now I wasn't able to have that first drink. I wasn't able to use a tool to help me to feel like I fitted in, and I was going to have to find another way of doing that, and that's where the 12 steps of AA can really help. And now, 15 years later, I'm the poster child for the grateful alcoholic. I'm so glad that I have that place to go to every week to talk about my thoughts, my feelings and my emotions. If I hadn't been an alcoholic, if I hadn't come to understand that I was powerless over alcohol, that my life had become unmanageable, I would never have picked up the phone, and I would never have found that safe environment that I can go to every week and talk about my thoughts, my feelings and my emotions. The transformation has been miraculous. And not only does sharing my thoughts, feelings and emotions help me to stay sober, the huge side bonus is that it helps other people to learn about themselves as well. And that's how I've come to learn about myself, through listening to other people sharing their stories, sharing their experience, their strength and their hope. So in that sense, it's like a magical feedback loop of miracles. If you'd like to hear my take on the 12 steps of AA in 12 minutes, you can check out this playlist that I've put together, which goes through each step in 60 seconds. And if you're a struggling alcoholic out there, drop a comment and let me know, and I will try and help you to find a meeting in your local area. Remember, you're not alone.